Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree. I just got home from work. I look like I just got home from work, but I wanted to film my July favorites video. And I have some plans to share, but also a couple of extra things I wanted to throw in that I really loved this month. And I kind of want to switch up the favorites videos a little bit, and I am going to keep it mostly plants, but I'm going to throw in a couple of other things that I really loved this month. And I kind of want to do that because I know some of you do want to get to know me a little more personally, not just the plants that I like, and I thought a favorites video might be a good way to kind of throw that stuff in a little bit. But I'll throw the non-plant stuff at the end of the video because this is a plant channel after all. So the first one is this one right here. This is the plant I have been loving so much, and it's this. So some of you might remember back in May when I filmed a whole month of videos, I did a video on this trellis that I made for this Hoya pubicalix, and I love it. This plant really needs water, so pay no attention to how wilted it is, but I will give it water after this video. I wasn't sure if I liked this because I don't know, I just wasn't sure. I got these willow branches and I stuck them in the plant, and it quickly outgrew the branches. So up here at the top, I had to like wrap the vines back around like this so it'll kind of start growing down the other way. But the bottom of the plant is super full. It's even starting to grow out this way. And the branches did really well. I almost want to put a couple more in here. That way the vines will have something else to grow on. And I'm going to kind of just keep putting branches in until it like takes over all of them. I wasn't sure about this because I'm not a huge fan of the way trellised Hoyas look, but I wanted to try something different with it, and I absolutely love it so much. So this is a pubicalix splash. It's got this beautiful elongated leaf shape, this really pretty design. Some of the leaves look really white and then some, you know, look a little more green than others, but that's what makes it so cool, is you never know what the next leaf is going to look like. So it slowly started growing up the willow branches, and then kind of just, it was literally up on the ceiling, like just because I have this up on a really high shelf. But I love this so much. I'm so glad I did this. It just made the plant look so different and so fun and so cool. It needs water, but yes, it's one of my lifetime favorites, not just July. I absolutely love that plant. Okay, this one here is new to me, but I love it already. Ah, it's this little cactus guy. So I don't know what this is called. On the packaging, it just says cactus with decorative flower. And this did come with one of those plastic straw flowers, but I just like took it off and threw it on another plant. And this plant here, it's a little cactus. Look how cool it is. It's just 3 little chunky chunks, and it's getting like little flowers on the top there. And I wanted this so badly. I want to say it was a month ago, maybe even the month before, I saw this at Lowe's and I picked it out and I was like, oh my god, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. And I carried it around and ultimately I put it back, but I haven't stopped thinking about it. And I saw it there the other day and it was the only one, and I was like, this is my chance to get this. I don't know what it is about it. I just love it so much. It looks like it has petals just because, ooh, it also has thorns, but it looks like it's made of petals, doesn't it? Like you could like peel it or something. I think it is so darling. It's so cute. And those of you who love cactus, like it could just look like this and you'll think it's the coolest thing in the world, and other people see it and they're like, that's the most boring plant I've ever seen. I love it. I think it's so cute. I wish I knew the name. Any of you out there that know what this is, let me know. And now that I said that, I wanted to say thank you so much for those of you that do answer the questions when I ask in my videos, like, hey, if you know about this, let me know. Or some of you just even offer up advice. Like for example, this next plant here, the mama leaf died, and a couple of you actually mentioned that it could have been dry rot, and I didn't even know what that was, but one of you left like a good example of what it was. Like the plant gets so dry that the roots pretty much just like shrivel up and they no longer can accept water, and also the soil becomes hydrophobic, where it under no circumstances will it absorb water. The soil wasn't hydrophobic, but the roots most likely were, and that's why the plant died. But I know this little guy here is so small, but this is a whale fin snake plant, and there was a big snake plant here that died. most likely due to dry rot. I did take that plant out and it left this little tiny baby, and this thing is getting so big so fast. When I looked at it just now, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe how big this is getting. I can't believe it. But when you have a tiny, tiny little plant, you can tell when it's growing really quickly. But when you have a really big plant, you don't really notice that it's getting any bigger. But this little guy is so cute. I look at it every day. I just think it's the most darling thing I've ever seen. And it's growing so fast. Look at it. Look at it. I love it. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite thing. I love him. Okay, the next plant I have to mention is, I think this is the last plant actually that I'm going to talk about today, and it is my ficus altissima. So this is the altissima, isn't it? I know there's like a whole bunch of names, they all look a little different, but I want to say this one here is the altissima, the green one that has a little bit of green on green variegation on the leaves. Anyway, I bought this at the grocery store. It was $6.99 and it was leaning, so the whole stick was like at a diagonal right here, like at a 90-degree angle. And no, that's not a 90-degree angle, is it? It doesn't matter, it was on a diagonal, okay? Anyway, so when I repotted it, I took the opportunity to straighten it out, and it's been growing so much. I can't believe it, because when I first got this, the first leaf it grew fell off and died because I didn't water it. But I've been watering it on a more regular basis now, and it's growing so many leaves. And I know some of you might think that plant does not look good because it's not bushy or anything, but I love the way that it looks like this. I love this long barky stem, like it's completely made of bark. I love this long stem. I love this little bunch of leaves here, and I really like how stretched out it is. I'm going to assume it's because it's not getting a ton of light. I don't have this under the skylight like I have my other ficus, and it just has, it's in a room with a north-facing window and it's off to the side of the window. So I turn it every now and then because it does lean towards the light, but I really, really, really like the way it looks like this. I think it's so cool, and I think it's really cool to see the new growth here that starts out green. You can see how it's green there. You could see when it starts developing bark. That is so cool. I think this is just one of the best plants I ever had. And I did buy, oh my God, look at me. And I did buy a ficus shaveriana, found it at Smith's, and I hope it grows big and tall like this and weird. I think it's so cute. But anyway, so last summer, no, it was the summer before, I had taken a bunch of plants outside on a little plant rack, and I bought a ficus, and I want to say it was the same one, or the one that's like plain green but has the same kind of leaves. I had bought one, I had no idea how to take care of it, and I was outside tending to my plant, and it was literally 2 sticks, and I'm not exaggerating, it was 2 sticks, like right here, that was the plant, and then there was another one next to it. And I was holding it in my hands, and my boyfriend called me from behind, and he said, hey, what are you doing? And I turned around, and he goes, what is that? And I go, my ficus? And it was just 2 dead sticks, and I think about it all the time. He always brings it up because it was so funny. It was really funny, like I couldn't have planned that better. Just my ficus with 2 dead sticks. So now that my actual ficus is growing, I always like to go rub it in his face. Look, I learned my lesson. Anyway, I love this plant so much. So those are my plant favorites. My little hoya, my cactus. I can't get over this one. I think it's so cute. So cute. So another thing I really, really loved that I did this month with my plants was I had like a really relaxing, lazy plant maintenance day, I guess. So it was last weekend, I think. We just had like nothing to do. It was really hot outside, and my boyfriend had fallen asleep on the couch, so I like snuck out of the living room, and I was like, what do I do all day? I don't want to just sit in there and watch TV while he's asleep. And I decided to go around to every single plant and see what it needed and then do that thing in the moment. So I checked on every plant. So did it need water? Then I watered it. Did it need a yellow leaf cut off? Then I cut the leaf off. Did it need to be repotted? Then I repotted it. Did it need a dusting? Then I dusted it. I did every single plant, and I was just so satisfied with myself. I had probably like a plastic shopping bag full of dead leaves and dead foliage that I cut off, and it was so satisfying because everything was perfect. Everything was clean, watered, repotted, dusted. I sprayed the alocasias for spider mites again, And it was a really great day. I had so much fun by myself. I put on YouTube videos playing on my phone in the background, and I feel like the next time I do something like that, it might be fun to film it and to see kind of how long it takes and stuff. But it was really, really fun. If you don't usually do something like that and you have like just some spare time or a weekend or after work or wherever that you're not really doing anything, go around to every single plant and just spend 2 hours just tending to them. You'll feel so satisfied with yourself, and your plants will not only look really good, they'll be watered and taken care of, and it was really fun. I had a lot of fun that day, and I felt so smug the whole next day, like I don't have anything to do today with my plants because I did everything yesterday. And now of course they're all needing water again and need some tending too, but I had so much fun doing that. I had so much fun, and I can't wait to do it again. Maybe next weekend. I feel like some stuff might be going on that I need to like tend to some more plants and stuff, and I'll try to film it then. But let me know if you'd want to see that, because it might be kind of fun to watch. I don't know. But I also wanted to throw in a couple of other things for those of you that just want to know a little more about me. I did put up a poll on my community section on my YouTube channel, and I put up a little question that said, how much about me personally do you want to know? Let me know. And I put up 3 options. The options were I want to know everything. The other option was a little here and there, but keep it mostly plants. And the other option was I'm only here for the plants. So that's fair. This is a plant channel. It's only going to be about plants. But in the favorites videos, I'm going to kind of throw in a few extra things just for those of you that said, I want to know everything. So I have 3 non-planty favorites that I wanted to share. And the first one is this ghost. So of course, Halloween is upon us. You know, once it's back to school season, it's actually Halloween season, you know? And every store is putting out their Halloween stuff now. And I was over at Marshall's because I saw somebody put up a picture of a shirt, actually that looks just like this, but it's Michael Myers. And this is a tarot card shirt. Watch, let me show you. It's a tarot card, and it says the Dreamer right here. And I got this at Spirit Halloween last year. And Marshall's has one that's Michael Myers, and it says on the bottom, I already forgot what it was. It's some other tarot card, and I wanted it so bad. So I went to Marshall's after work and I found it and I bought it. But then I found this ghost. Isn't it so cute? It looks just like a handkerchief was on the... It looks like a handkerchief was like laid flat on a table and someone grabbed it from the middle and picked it up like this. Like it looks like it has wind around it. I think it is so freaking cute. I want to keep this out year round. I'll probably put it in here somewhere. I think it is so darling, and it does light up too. Isn't that cute? I love it so much. And then I wanted to mention a nail polish that I cannot stop wearing. So if you like doing stuff with your hands, like gardening without gloves on, repotting without gloves on, and that kind of stuff, it can like wreak havoc on your nails, especially if you like to paint your nails. So I like painting my nails, but I go through phases where I like fall out of it because I'm doing stuff outside or doing stuff with the plants. It's wearing down the nails, making them look super dull. Where the heck did I put the polish? Here it is. But I like to have at least something on them, and I struggle with trying to find something like that because they get so dull right away or chipped. And I found this polish from Essie. It's the Essie Expressie FX, and it is the shade Faux Real FX. And it's just like a top coat glitter polish, but I think it looks so nice on the nails because it's a little something, like it's a little sparkle on your nails, and it's very forgiving. So if you're not going to immediately see that it looks dull, you're not going to see that it's chipped or anything. It's a little something, it wears a long time. I really like the Essie Expressie polishes. I have probably 20 colors of these. I think they're great. They're quick dry, you don't need a top coat, they last a long time, and this color especially is very forgiving, especially if you use your fingers for a lot of stuff, or like, you know, you're doing gardening and stuff. Really, really like that, and I wanted to let you know in case you also like to paint your nails, but also like to not wear gloves when you're gardening, you know? And then the last product, I actually wanted to mention a sunscreen that I'm really, really loving. This is one of my favorites. I've used up a whole tube of this before, but it's from Neogen, and it's the Daylight Protection Airy Sunscreen SPF 50. So if you are spending time outside, like we all are in our gardens, whether we're going to work, whatever we're doing outside, repotting outside, doing stuff with your plants, rearranging them outside, you have got to wear sunscreen. I know a lot of us tend to only wear sunscreen during the summer. You really should wear it every single day of the year, but this is one I really love during the summer because it's SPF 50. It doesn't feel like SPF 50. It feels really lightweight and smooth. It wears well under makeup if you wear makeup. It doesn't pill, there's no white cast. It's really, really good, and you know, we're all going through a crazy heat wave right now, and if you're spending time outside, you gotta put the sunscreen on, you know, protect your skin. And if you feel like sunscreen sometimes is like just an annoyance because it's thick, it smells like sunscreen, it's so white, check out Korean sunscreens. They are doing it right, and they have so many really fun formulations, and I really like this one from Neogen a lot. Not sponsored, just love it, and I wanted to tell you about it in case you're outside during the summer. You gotta wear the sunscreen. But let me know some plants you really loved this month. I would love to know what they were. I would love to know your favorites and just your general favorites in general. That's what I was gonna say. Let me know what you're loving. I would love to know what's going on in your life. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And I will see you later in another video.